Welcome back to your Introduction to Hospitality course. We will begin the second half of the course learning about hotel operations and careers. Click Next to view this module's learning objectives. The main purpose of a lodging property is to sell sleeping rooms to guests who want to stay overnight and make a profit while doing it. As you learned in Module 6 and 7 based on classification, each lodging property is unique. However, hotels perform essentially the same functions. While functions are essentially the same, the size of a hotel does influence how certain functions are carried out. In a small hotel property under 75 rooms, one person may perform several of these functions. In a large property, each function will have a separate department with many people for each function. A common saying in the hospitality industry is, guests want a total quality experience, not isolated pockets of service. Like any business, when hotel departments work together, they are stronger and are at their best when they collaborate to form one winning team that demonstrate the AHA, or right service attitude, giving guests the total quality experience. This module will be showing you how successful hotels perform their duties by looking at the roles and responsibilities of the staff members that make up the 6 most common lodging departments within a hotel. So let's step into an imaginary hotel and take an inside tour. Click Next and let's look at the functional areas of a typical hotel. Remember, all hotels are different, but most full-service hotels have the following main functional departments, which are Rooms Division, Food and Beverage, Accounting, Human Resources, Engineering, Sales and Marketing. A typical lodging operation can be divided between its administrative departments and service departments. Click on each hotel door marker below to learn more. The glue that keeps these departments in sync is management. The management structure differs among larger, mid-sized, and smaller properties. However, someone must be responsible for each of the key areas that make the operation successful. A general manager, known as GM, is usually one of the most aspired hospitality jobs among university students and is considered the chief operating officer of a hotel. His or her responsibilities encompass 3 main areas. 1. Relating to guests and employees. 2. Overseeing operations. And 3. Increasing profitability. The general manager supervises and organizes all other departments within the hotel and must be familiar with each. Maybe you can already see yourself in this important leadership position. Becoming a GM doesn't happen overnight. Almost all general managers have worked their way up starting with their internship. This could be you. Click on the video button below to watch how this one gentleman worked his way up to general manager. Now that we understand the role of a GM, let's learn more about the specific roles of the 6 main functional departments of a hotel. To introduce this, let's think about the question on the next slide. See if what you typed was similar to the following. Front of the house refers to the physical area of the business, hotel, restaurant, etc., where you serve customers. For example, the front of the house for a hotel would be the area of the front desk, lobby, lounge, breakfast area. The front of the house in a restaurant is basically every area where the customer has access to things such as the dining area, bar, lounge, lobby, bathrooms. The front of the house and back of the house of a hotel can also be referred to as on-stage and off-stage. Click on the green marker and learn how the show must always go on. Regardless if you work in the front or back of the house, a variety of responsibilities and duties exist within each department. All these departments rely on each other to provide the best possible experience for the guests. Understanding each department is vital to understanding how the hotel operates and is managed as a whole. Let's begin with Rooms Division. Rooms Division is also known as the room side of the house within a hotel. There is perhaps no area as vital and in some cases as visible as the Rooms Division. It is, after all, the area most responsible for the main hotel product, the sleeping room. So you can correctly say everything begins with the Rooms Division. The Rooms Division of a hotel is an image easily conjured up in the mind of most people. On the surface, they know what happens at the front desk. Most people understand what a bell person does. People understand the basic duties of housekeeping and so on. Even if the actual titles differ, such as greeter for a bell person or room attendant for housekeeper, their functions are fairly universal. What goes on behind the scenes in the Rooms Division is what most people do not know. The Rooms Division is the nerve center for most of a hotel's operations. This functional area includes the front office, housekeeping, reservations, night audit, and loss prevention security departments. The size and scope of these areas may differ from one hotel to another depending on the hotel size and product type. The management philosophy of the hotel may also affect the organizational structure of the Rooms Division. Click anywhere on the screen and let's look at the front office and begin with a think about it question. Within the Rooms Division lies the front office. The front office is comprised of two main areas: 1. The front desk, and 2. Uniform services. Each of these areas performs unique roles. They report directly to the front office manager. Click the button below to read more on your own about the front desk and then click back to continue. Within the Rooms Division lies the front office. The front office is, in addition to the previous listed functions, the front office also handles both telecommunications and reservations. Click on the notes to the right and read more about these functions on your own, including popular front office job titles. The second area that makes up the front office mentioned earlier is called Uniform Services. This area encompasses roles within the front office other than the front desk and is sometimes referred to as guest services. Uniform services include positions such as door attendants, bell attendants, parking and transportation staff, as well as the concierge services, which helps guests make arrangements such as dinner reservations and popular attractions to see. Click the concierge bell on the slide to read more. Another department we are going to look at in more detail is the housekeeping department. Although housekeepers wear uniforms, they are not considered uniform services in this definition. The housekeeping department is considered a vital part of the Rooms Division. Though not generally considered a part of the front office, housekeeping works directly with the front desk to ensure that the main products of the hotel, guest rooms, are ready for sale. Click on the buttons below to read more about their main tasks, interaction with the front desk, and main job titles within the housekeeping department. We have discussed the many career opportunities available within the Rooms Division of a hotel or lodging property. Now let's look in more detail at the food and beverage department. Depending on the level of service, many lodging properties have some type of food service available to guests. Food service can range from vending machines in a budget hotel to several restaurants, snack shacks, and cocktail lounges inside a single luxury hotel. Within full-service hotels, you will also find a banquets and catering department within the food and beverage operations. This department handles all of the special food events such as large parties and conventions, and offers such services as sit-down 4-course dinners to finger food stand-up buffets. Click below to learn a fun fact about banquet servers. Banquet servers must be able to lift and balance up to 25 pounds in weight regularly, and be able to lift up to 50 pounds on occasion. Successful banquet servers can carry 8 to 10 meals on one oval tray. Are you up for the challenge? There are many job titles associated with the food and beverage department. Click the red marker to read the list and then click Next to answer the question on the next slide. Next stop on our tour is the accounting department. In general, accounting is a system of recording and summarizing, buying and selling transactions, and then analyzing and reporting the results. A common phrase among most accounting departments is "show me the money." Click Next below to read about the common roles, various systems used, and main job titles of the accounting department. Select each checkbox on the screen to learn more. Next stop on the tour is the Human Resources Department. If you applied for a job in a hotel and hear the words "you're hired," you are usually hearing them from the Human Resource Department of a hotel. Click the Next button to read more about the Human Resources Department on your own. What happens when a guest of the hotel has a leaky faucet or their air conditioner in their room will not turn on? Who do they call? If you are thinking the engineering department, then you are correct. The engineering department, sometimes called maintenance, is responsible for the physical facilities of the hotel. Their tasks include maintaining the building and all equipment, repairs of all kinds, deep cleaning, and groundskeeping. The purpose of engineering is to keep the lodging property in top condition for safety, guest satisfaction, profitability, and quality control. Read more about these and some of the engineering department's main job titles on the next slide. Imagine if you opened a business and no one wanted the products you offered. Or what would happen if you opened a business and no one came in because they did not know it existed? Soon you would find yourself out of business. The last department we are going to discuss is called the Marketing and Sales Department. The role of marketing and sales is to make sure that doesn't happen. Marketing's job is to learn what potential guests both need and want, develop the products, what types of rooms and services, then make sure that people know about those products by promoting and advertising them. The sales department's job is to make sure those rooms are full. Click below to read the main job titles associated with marketing and sales. As we end our tour and say goodbye, or sayonara as the Kyoto Hotel Okura in China says, we hope this session has given you a better insight into hotel operations and the many exciting careers associated with the lodging sector. If hotel operations is something you want to do, take time to set your career goals. See you around campus.